Best friend, did you catch Love and Hip Hop the other night? Did you catch episode 6, Gusbands and Wives? Because I did, and I got... Let's just go ahead and get into it. All right, so first up we have Hazel E and Nikki Baby. And Hazel E and her little boyfriend, Lil Boo, they are at some place getting dressed. And I say getting dressed because I don't think they were really shopping and buying anything. They was just playing dressed up, okay? And Nikki is like, hey, I know you and Chanel met up the other day. You was acting like you was a big bad boss, and you know that's not really your character. I'm gonna need you to apologize. And Hazel E was like, well, I guess I can, because you telling me to. Like, that's not how the conversation went, but that was my perception of the conversation, because it really was like Nikki just told her what to do, and she was like, okay, that's fine. And then, oh boy, she like pulls out this wad of ones, and she's like, oh, okay, here you go. You can, let's see, it ain't tricking if you got it. I was like, oh, Hazel E, you and this little boy, y'all have got to get it together. I'm not here for it. Like, it ain't tricking if you got it, but you don't got to let everybody know that you out here supporting this young man. Do that on your own time. You the sugar mama now. Now everybody know. Now everybody that's coming after you gonna think that that's what they gonna get from you. So, I don't know. I just wasn't here for it. She did call it an investment, though. So, hey, whatever she's investing in, maybe his career, he don't even look like he can rap to me, but hey, who knows? So then we have AD, Tiffany, and Moniece. And Tiffany basically is AD's best friend, and she feels like, okay, ever since Moniece and AD have been together, their relationship has been strained, and now that they're moving in together, is definitely their relationship is at stake. She feels like they aren't as close as they should be, and it's on Moniece's behalf. So the AD's like, no, you know, it's straight, it's cool, you know, we good, you my best friend, you my homie. She was like, but I still don't feel like that. Your girl, I'm just not feeling her. Whatever. Guess who walks in? Moniece. So they were supposed to be meeting. AD and Tiffany was supposed to be meeting. Come to find out, AD had planned a date with Moniece at the same time. Well, an hour later. Moniece shows up an hour earlier. I was like, Mona, you knew what you was doing. They knew what they was doing when they asked Moniece to come up in there. That was annoying. But she ended up leaving. AD and Moniece leave, and Tiffany's just standing there. And after Tiffany had invited them to, you know, invited Moniece to stay and drink and eat and stuff like that, and she just wasn't here for it. She was like, no, we're good. I'm good. I can't drink. I was like, okay, sober one. You be sober. You be you. Sidebar, am I the only one? I was just thinking about this. I was gonna go to the next topic, but I was just thinking about this. In the confessional, did y'all see how her wig, like, is it just the way the wig is sitting on top of her head? Y'all know I love me some wigs. I'm wearing one right now. But her wig is like sitting right here, and it's pointed diagonal. I don't know if I'm feeling it. I'm not understanding, like, why. Tell me what y'all think about this confessional wig and her regular wig, because everything is just being pointed to a slanted direction instead of just coming flat and like forming to her face. Maybe it's the way her head shape is made. I don't know, but Moniece, I'm gonna need you to do better, okay? Next up, we got Solo, Lucci, and Sarah, and this scene just seemed like really forced. It seemed like something they could have did in their personal home time, but because Sarah got a little fight in her, they wanted to broadcast this type of relationship on TV, and I just thought that they could have just left this out of there. But long story short, Solo Lucci did not sign the birth certificate for Sarah's baby. So I'm like, so you out here claiming kids, but you ain't signed the birth certificate. He says he's been put in this position before where the kid turned out not to be his. I'm like, okay, well then why you claiming this baby if you ain't went and got no blood test, you ain't signed the birth? What is really going on? Like, this story just seems a little far-fetched. Sarah's upset because she's like, you know, we was together and you started messing with her and then you didn't call your son. How old is this baby? Like, I need to know how old this son is, because if your baby is still a baby, which I think is still a baby, if he don't call your son for a couple of days, that's probably okay. That means he's not calling you for a couple of days, not the kid, because the kid can't talk. Until the kid can go on the phone, on FaceTime, ain't no need of them calling. What they gonna do? Sit there and breathe on the phone? Oh, just want to look at. I don't. Y'all let me know if I'm wrong, because I'm just like, I don't understand that. He didn't call you, so you feel some type of way. But one thing that I did like about Sarah that she said, she was like, you know, you think you all of that, but you really not. And just because you're a rapper, it doesn't make you a man. It doesn't make you a father or whatever. And I was like, you know what? I think a lot of them get that confused because they throwing some money, or they got this or they got this out here in these streets. Don't make you no good father out here. So I was here for her statement when she said that, but I wasn't here for them arguing over the rooftop of a Chrysler van. I'm just saying, I wasn't here for it. So then we got Tierra, Marie, and Cisco. And Cisco and Tierra, they met at the park to discuss what had just happened. And Cisco apologizes. I'm like, what you apologizing for, bro? You still out here cheating? Don't think we forgot. You thought we forgot last week. You didn't know that we sought you. Okay, we sought you laid up, and now you out here apologizing to Tierra. Get it together. I have no feelings, no good feelings about Cisco at this moment. So Tierra said the reason why she was so upset because she didn't have her ducks in a row. Okay, she was trying to talk to her friends, and she didn't have her ducks in a row because Cisco didn't give her all the information. I was like, okay, this is sounded like a drunken conversation, but hey, you know, whatever. And Tierra says, you know, okay, that's fine, I forgive you, but I'm gonna need a new wardrobe to make this happen. And I was like, okay, I guess that's a random request. How about I'm gonna need you to be supportive and, you know, let's rock out together, but new wardrobe, hey, get it how you live it. So then we got Booby, Fizz, and Zell. Now this was an odd combination. I got Booby and Fizz meeting up together, but why they added Zell to the mix, it was a little bit confusing. But Zell came in his most manliest fashion. I said, okay, so back in the beginning when we first met Zell, I don't know if y'all remember or not, but he was like, he liked his tacos. Sometimes he liked to stick it in his tacos, and he liked to eat tacos. So maybe he go both ways, and I don't know about this taco situation. I'm sorry if I messed that all up, but I'm thinking maybe he goes both ways. But Booby says that he and Keisha are on good terms. Keisha's still around the house looking good, you know, but he can't get none, and he's just trying to co-parent, and so he's getting his own spot. Zell decides to get up, and he's gonna go be a wingman because it's time for them to get back in the game, okay? And Zell brings over all these women with these different names he done made up for them. At like, it was the most randomest names, like Miss Twerkaholic or something, I don't know. But it was weird. And then Booby says that he's ready to try something different with Brooke. After all this time they've been friends, but now he's ready to step into a different lane with her. So then we got Mr. Ray, Masika, and Moniece. Mr. Ray has officially moved into his apartment in California, unbeknownst to me that he had previously, I know they had known him for a long time, but he had moved away for 5 years, and now he's back. And so with him being back on the scene, this is where all the drama is coming from, because he wants to be back in Moniece's and Masika's life, but they already got a gay husband. So that's where all of the steam and drama is coming from, and basically that's what they fighting over. So they decide that they're going to invite them to a dinner, and they're going to sit down and hash it out because they can have multiple gay husbands. Okay, then we got Hazel E and Chanel, East Coast, West Coast, whatever her name is. But Hazel decides to apologize to her. She's a little hard around the edges, but she does apologize, and she says that she felt a little sympathy because she didn't know that Chanel had the struggle. She thought she was just some what's she call her? Valley girl. Yeah, she thought she was just some valley girl, you know, that didn't have to struggle, so she appreciates her or whatever. Now I was like, okay, sure, whatever struggle that they had, that's fine. They got something in common. That was just a waste of a scene to me. Then we got Masika, Nia, Zell, and Mr. Ray, and they have invited both of their gay husbands. You know, they like, we're gonna squash this today. You know, they did not tell Zell that Mr. Ray was going to be coming until they actually got to the restaurant, and then Zell was like, okay, fine, whatever, like I'm gonna be cordial, I'm not gonna jump across no tables today, I'm gonna be good. Okay, Mr. Ray shows up, and they sitting there talking, going back and forth about nothing. They trying to figure out, well, what's the problem, like what's the tea here? Okay, well, I've been gone and now I'm back. He was like, well, I've been here, so what's the tea? You know, they going back and forth about nothing. Okay, this argument was literally about nothing. So finally, Mr. Ray pulls out his papers, and he was like, so I got these DMs from my dude that I'm talking to, and you've been all in his DMs. And I was like, oh wow, like really? Here we go. We just got cool. Everything just got copacetic, and y'all want to go and act a fool over some DMs in the message. And y'all know Zell mouth, okay? Zell don't got... Zell don't have a lick of sense when it comes to his mouth, okay? So he just says whatever he wants to. He messed around and asked how much how much he was paying dude, and Mr. Ray flips the drink across the table, and then they get ready to start fighting. Lord Jesus. So that just not gonna work. They just gonna have to be husband and husband on the side, okay? They just gonna have to be separate until they can get it together. And we got Keisha and Boobie. They meet up, and I mean, it was a cool type situation. It was very laid back, very chill. You could tell that they were in a better space in their life, that they literally were just cohabitating together. And that made me be like, okay, I feel like this relationship never really was gonna get back together. This was just something that they were just trying to ease us into the whole Brooke and Boobie thing, and that way they could tell their side of the story versus it coming out in the streets. That's what I felt like. But what was up with Keisha Cole and this Cleopatra look that she had going on? I didn't understand that. I'm like, baby, where is you going? This ain't Halloween yet. This ain't Halloween. So then we got Moniece and AD and Fizz. So they are at Moniece and AD's house, and Fizz shows up to pick up his son Cam. They're outside playing basketball like mom and son do, and no pun intended, okay, that was a little shady, but they were outside playing or whatever, and Fizz shows up, and AD just starts explaining what's going on with her and Moniece, and Fizz was like, I really don't care about, you know, what they got going on. I just want them to be good around my son. That's it. As long as they good around my son, I'm good to go. So Fizz changes the subject, and that's the end of that scene. I was like, dang, he ain't give no advice, no nothing. He ain't give her no nothing, unless I missed it. I might have fast forwarded a little too much. I might have missed something, but if you ask me, he didn't give nothing. He didn't care. He was like, I got to get up out this scene because this ain't for me. That's y'all business. So then we got AD and Tiffany, and they meet at a strip club, and I'm wondering, is Tiffany a stripper? I couldn't tell or not, and like I said, I don't know. Sometimes I'm watching, but I'm like typing at the same time, so I don't know if they showed her as a stripper or not, but they were at a strip club, and Tiffany has serious issues with Moniece, and it all stems from the things that AD had told her in the beginning of the relationship. So it has nothing to do with her just being a hater. These are things that AD said, and it was in regards to her drinking, in regards to her son, her anger issues, all of that stuff. And that would make any best friend be like, I don't know about that, because I would be the same way. I'd be like, best friend, like, I love you, but your girl, you know, I'm a little nervous about this. Y'all finna move in together. It ain't been that long. I don't know. But I would be supportive at the same time. So that's where AD was like, hey, you know, I know y'all got some issues, but I need you to be supportive as my friend, because you're going to always be there. You're always going to be my best friend. Then last scene, we got Tierra and Cisco, y'all. And this scene was like, it was forced, but you could tell Tierra was trying her hardest. So they go to this place and they're shopping because, of course, Tierra has to get her new wardrobe. And who else is there? Amber Diamond, okay? Polo Tink Tink in there. She walks out and she's like, hi, how are you? And Tierra's like, hi. You know, they just speaking to each other. Look over at Cisco, and she was like, hey, babe. Tierra says, babe? What you mean, babe? All hell breaks out. Okay, so Tierra, she's like, what do you mean? Like, what are you talking about? You know what? I'm finna walk outside. I'm gonna go outside because I'm not gonna do this in here. So a girl like, what are you doing? Cisco walks out behind Tierra. She's like, what are you doing? You're supposed to be with me. You're supposed to be chasing after me. And Tierra was like, no, I'm his bitch. No, I'm his bitch. Like, it was such a forced, like, if y'all gonna fight, like, just get it over with. But they weren't talking about that stuff. They wasn't about that life. They not finna fight over no dude like that. And if they were, they stupid. They shouldn't be fighting over Cisco anyways. Any dude, if he wasn't smart enough to have a tracker on his side chick, or main chick, side chick, or other side chick, whatever you want to call it, little diamond girl, I don't know. But he just, I'm at the point I just cannot stand Cisco. I think he's trying to be a player. He's trying to be this person that he's really not, and I'm just not here for it. So Tierra, last thing she says, you know what? It's cool. Let's just do business. Cisco give her that face like, really, baby? Really? Y'all know that face dudes give y'all when they know they messed up, but they nothing they can do about it. They just like, really? Really? And that was the end of that episode. So we're going to find out what happens next. It's too much to say what's going on. They got a whole lot going on in the next episode. So stay tuned, because tomorrow I'll have the recap of episode 7. That'll be tomorrow. I will catch you guys later. I got to get back to work. Y'all already know what it is. KK, bye.